Hello Lolas, welcome back to my channel guys. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell to be a part of the notification squad. Today I have Paris M'Amour, and Paris M'Amour is the Dawn Sculpt by Danielle Zweers, I think, or something like that. Whew, it's been a minute. Which is crazy. I don't even know if I have ever had a COA for her, actually. But I got her. She's been with me, and I just literally pulled her off the shelf. So this is what her hair looks like. She's been like tucked away. Look at this. She has been with me from the very start. So she's been with me, I don't know, well, not from the very start, but she's probably about 10 or 11 years old now. She was painted by Yolanda Boyd Glover. Some of you guys may know her as Yogi. She has a tummy plate and somewhat like of a dry skin. She has a birthmark. She's anatomically correct. She's very well textured. Her painting is still intact from the day I got her. And she was my first love, honestly. When it comes to the dolls, she was the first doll that I really was just in love with. And I used to dress her like every day. Like she was, it's a funny story. Like every baby has a story. I told y'all that. So, all right, picture Cicely, 1972. I came into the doll world and I started searching. I'm gonna fast forward some of the stuff. Now, mind you, her artist rooting has changed tremendously since then. This hair is a bit pluggy. Of course, her artist roots phenomenal now. But remember, this was like probably like 10, 12 years ago when she did this baby. Okay. And she does have some painted hair, which is really beautiful. And when it's brushed correctly, it blends in with the actual hair. And I like that because my real baby, the second daughter, was very hairy like that. And she had hair running all down in her forehead. But I used to follow Pooh Bear 253, and she had a bunch of Yogi babies, and there was a lot of people that had Yogi babies, and everybody was talking about Yogi. Yogi was the thing back then with the reborns, and I wanted to get a baby from her, and I kept trying to get a hold of her, and I could never get a hold of her. And I remember one day I had to message her. I had even left my phone number and everything for her to message me back. I wanted to buy a baby from her. And then I made a video one day and I said, you know what guys, I give up. I'm not gonna keep chasing and trying to get hold of a Yogi baby. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. And I was just so bummed out. And I think she said, maybe it was Pooh Bear, I don't remember. Somebody wrote her and said, hey, it's a girl on YouTube and she been trying to get one of your babies and she's so upset because she can't get one of your babies. And she said she'd been messaging you or whatever the case may be. No, it wasn't her. It might have been this her other friend. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't think of her name. But anyway, so I was at work and I get this phone call and I'm like, who is this? So I answer the phone at my desk, and as I'm getting up from my desk, to take the call, to step away to take the call, I recognize her voice and I'm like, wait a minute. She's like, do you know who I am? And I was like, oh my god, is this Yogi? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh my god. Like I was like so fan struck, and I was like, oh my god, I'm on the phone with Yogi. Oh my god, I'm on the phone with Yogi. And she goes, hey, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get hold of you. I'm just, I have a lot of people who want to get a baby from me. Da da da. She said, but I tell you what. And we talked, and then we did business. And I think back then for Paris M'Amour, I paid like $700 some dollars. I don't know. It was crazy. It was a whole situation that happened prior to this, so it really came in handy. I mean, came in time. She was going to be a twin to another baby. Yogi actually ended up doing the twin for me, but I sold the twin. But it was another artist doing the sculpt as well, and that went south. And yeah, so it was like perfect timing. And then we started where we would, talk while she was working on the babies, and she would send me work in progress pictures, and it was fun. It was like a dream come true. But when I got Paris, because I got a baby first, and her name was Journey, and I liked her and I loved her a lot too, but I thought there's got to be a way that the paint can be more 3D. I didn't really know like the terms of saying depth and all that and stuff or anything like that, but I just felt like even though that baby looked nice, I felt like and the rooting was phenomenal on the other baby, and I just felt like there had to be painting that even went to the next level. And so when I got Paris, I was like, yes, see, I knew it. And I was so happy. I was so happy. And I just fell in love with this girl. And it's, it's been history since then. And, for the first year, I dressed her like 2 to 3 times a day. She got dressed in the morning, and then if it was the weekend, she got dressed for a nap. She got dressed for bedtime, because I would take pictures of all these changes and stuff, or I would record videos. And so it was always about Paris Mia Moore. And yeah, she is technically the queen of the nursery. She is the one. And so she would never leave me, because it started with Paris. Paris started the addiction. I became such a Yogi fan. I used to buy nothing but Yogi babies. And then I started branching out and buying other babies from other artists. And then I went back to Yogi. And yeah, so that's the story of my Paris Mia Moore. She still has all her hair. She lays on a shelf, and one time I put her away, but it was just like on another shelf in a closet in here, at one point when I was doing that, but that was short-lived. And sometimes I pull her out and make sure I put her out where, we can see her and stuff like that. Now, I'll probably get her dressed later, since now I've pulled her out and kind of brushed through her hair. When I first got her hair would be very tangly, and I ended up using a little bit of fabric softener and water, and I brush through her hair, comb through her hair with that, and of course, you rinse it out. But it detangled her hair, and it doesn't tangle anymore, even though, it doesn't mat, I should say. Even though it'll like be all pushed down and smushed down. As you can see, I could just brush right through it still. And that's when I learned that the fabric softener really works good with the mohair. But she has been really the love of my life. And she actually, her painting still stands up to what people are painting like today. The only thing, and even back then, we both agreed that the white tips, the really white tips, was not a no. And I didn't want to change it because I wanted to keep her original. But the insides of her hands, the coloring on her skin and her texture and all that, like, I feel like she looks better than a lot of the babies that I even seen like at doll shows today, as far as coloring and the depth in her skin tone and stuff. And I'm not, stepping on anybody just by saying that. I'm just saying that her her skills were good back then, and she had to be painted and done in high quality because look at her. She's still holding up. She has a little prick on, a little heart on the bottom of her heel. And she has some little veining here and there, but man, it was something to get a yogi baby back then. And probably still today, I don't know. But I absolutely love her. And yeah, so she's my oldest reborn, and then I think the next in line would be Baby Blessing, which was painted by Miss Patricia, but I'll show him in another video. But I just wanted to pop this one out and share her, because I was reading Riri comment, and she was like, yeah, I didn't know you had a baby that old. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I have babies that I actually really keep. Like I really love dolls. And Paris Memoir, this is so funny, true story. My ex used to always ask, like, where's that baby? What did he call her? The Indian baby. He's like, where's the little Indian baby? Like, you didn't sell her, did you? You didn't sell her. And he actually bought her. He bought her something like before, and I was kind of shocked. That was kind of funny. It was kind of cute. Bless his little soul. Anyway, sorry, I kind of had a thought there. But yeah, so that's my girl. So anyway, I'm glad that you guys are keeping up with me and these little day. I think I'm gonna let this be day 16. I think I'm gonna let this be day 16. So you'll probably get 2 videos today. So I'm gonna upload this video in a little bit for you guys to see. And she's also a really joy to hold. I think I will get her like dressed up and stuff like that. The other thing is I can always put her like on hand mitts. But I like her hands. Like I said, I really love her painting. Such a fan of her artist. I think back in the day, I don't know like what she got going on now, but back in the day she really painted with her heart, and I think it makes a difference. And I just love her. She's so sweet. And this is my little toodaloop. That's my little toodaloop. Alright, I'll see you guys later. And oh yeah, I'm gonna share Noli with you guys soon too, so y'all can see her color hair.